Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to get the no makeup look or the natural makeup look, and I have a picture of this on my slideshow and it's been requested many times, so I thought that I would finally do it for all you guys. It's a very quick look. I'm wearing absolutely nothing on my face. I've just washed it and moisturised, and now I will show you what I do when I want to look like I'm not really wearing any makeup but look a little bit better than I do when I wake up. So I'm taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural, and this is a medium and it adds a little bit of warmth to my skin. I'm using my 182 MAC Kabuki brush and I'm just putting a little bit of that all over my face. I'm using it as my foundation. It has a little bit of coverage, not that much, but this is what I normally use in the summer and what I use if I want to look like I'm not really wearing anything, because it's light. It doesn't look like there's anything on my skin when I wear this, but it does cover a few of my freckles and blemishes and such, and just evens out my skin tone a little bit. So we have that. Next I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer because I am super pale. You can see I'm wearing a white top, almost blending into it. I'm taking a large powder brush, and this is my Lancome bronzer and it's number 22 in Sierra, and I'm applying a little bit to my cheeks. I sometimes tilt the brush like so it's almost a little bit of contour, and I know you're not meant to apply it all over your face, but I just do a loose dusting all over my face, and by holding the brush like this it only hits the planes of my face that the light naturally would, because I'm doing it very lightly. So my nose, my cheeks, my chin, a little bit of my forehead, and then all of the neck. So it's very lightly just warming up my face and not adding a lot of colour. Next thing is I would add a little bit of blush, and I'm using something natural to the colour I would normally blush, and today I'm using Well Dressed. It's a satin finish, so it's not going to be shimmery, and it's a very light colour. Oops, sorry. It's a very light coloured blush, so it's not going to look like I have a lot of blush on. I'm just going to add a little flush to my cheeks. It will look more awake. Next I would take my Urban Decay Primer Potion, or today I'm going to use this to save a little bit of time. It's my Paisley Paint Pot, and just put that all over my lid and up to my brow bone. That works almost like a concealer. It evens out the skin tone on my eyelid, covers up any veining, any redness, and if your eyes are all one uniform colour, it will camouflage some of the puffiness, any discoloration. If you're a little bit older, any kind of brown or age spots or anything like that, it will just smooth it out and give you perfect lids, and I really like it. Next I am just going to take a large brush. This is just a Lolo brush, and I'm going to take vanilla eyeshadow, not pigment. We want to keep it, well, vanilla is the luxe finish, but it's pretty much matte. It has a tiny little bit of shimmer in it, but you can't really tell once you applied it. And I'm just going to apply that on my lid. It's a very light colour, so if this doesn't work for you, if you have a darker skin tone than me, then use whatever colour matches your skin tone, but it's just a little bit lighter, just to brighten up your eyelids. This also makes your eyelashes stand out better. So I'm just putting that on my eyelid, and a little bit into the crease, just to brighten up my eyes. I know you're not going to be able to see on this camera, but trust me, it does brighten my eyelids up. And with the same brush I'm going to use a little bit on my brow bone as a highlight. It's not shimmery, it doesn't look artificial, it's not like putting vanilla pigment on my eyelid. It just lightens up that area. Next I'm going to take my 217. Oh, sorry, my 217 is too dirty, but I got one of those little brush sets for the holidays, so let me just get the one out of here out. So this is the special edition 217, and I am going to take the colour Wedge. It looks like this. It's kind of lighter than a colour I would use for a bronzer probably, but I'm just going to use a little bit of that in my crease, just just very lightly feathering it in. I don't want a defined crease at all. You know, we're trying to make a look that doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup. So I'm just really, really softly feathering it in. If you have bigger eyes or a better crease, you can use a 224 brush. Sorry, there are people up upstairs staring at me. Saw me making a video and they thought it would be very interesting to watch. It's like 3 o'clock, it's already so dark. Like, people were asking why it's so dark in my room. I just switched the lights off in my room, and it's just the lights in the window and my lamp and my mirror light as well. So I have something like this. You can see just a little bit of a crease going on there, and just make sure you blend it in really well. So from a little distance away, it doesn't look I'm really wearing anything on my eyes. I just have a light crease, and that's it for the eye makeup, really. Well, not quite. For the eyeshadow, I mean. Let me find my brush. I can't find my brush. Okay, let's use this one. And I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is the 212 from MAC. Sephora have one like this. Oh, there's my Sephora one. Let's use this one. It's exactly the same. And I'm going to dip that into print. If you're darker, you can use espresso. You can use a brown or a grey. I prefer using a grey. And just use that as almost an eyeliner. I'm just pressing that into my lash line, as close to the lashes as I can, because I don't want to do an eyeliner. I don't want it to look like I've lined my eyes. I just want the base of my eyelashes to be darker. We're not doing a flick or anything. We're just keeping the line really, really close to the lash line. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's a little bit darker there. I am so sorry for this lighting. I just don't know what to do. It's so dark outside. I'm using 2 lamps and still it's not really working very well. So we've just darkened up our lash line a touch. As I said, you can use a dark brown, a black, whatever you feel suits you best. The next thing I would do is take my brow wax, because brows are very important. They really define the shape of your face. They really accentuate your features if they're done right. I mean, like, look at Liz Hurley. Before she plucked her eyebrows, no one knew who she was. Then she went out with, well, you know, I mean, I've forgotten his name, in that Versace dress with the pins, plucked her eyebrows, and now she models for Estee Lauder. Eyebrows can completely change your face. Hugh Grant. She went out with Hugh Grant. I forget. So I've just kind of waxed them down a little bit. Now I'm taking an angled brush, and I'm using my MAC brow shader in Molten Auburn. And you can use the highlight in here, but I don't really, because I find it doesn't really show up that well on me. But I am using the dark side to fill in my eyebrows a little bit. Of course, I want to do it very subtly. Putting on the wax first makes this whole process a little bit quicker, but it can make the powder stick a bit too much. So you have to be careful not to load up your brush with the powder. Just put a little bit on, and then brush on the powder with really short strokes to prevent there from being harsh lines. You want it to look blended and natural. And then any place you've gone out of your brown line, just I always try and kind of go over with a Q-tip on the top and the bottom, and this really creates a sharp edge to my eyebrow, like so. And then you can put on brown mascara or no mascara if you have good lashes, but I need a little bit of mascara just to open up the eyes. And because I put a lighter colour on my lids, now my eyelashes will stand out much more. And because normally I wear quite heavy eyeliner, this kind of makeup really does make my eyelashes look long. I'm not putting too much on, I'm just putting a little bit of mascara, mainly to lengthen and darken my eyelashes. I don't want to add too much volume because it can start to look clumpy. And then just a touch on the bottom. And for this I'm using Lancome Hypnose, although I think that Lash Bust would be the right choice for this because it is a really clean mascara. There's no clumping. I find Hypnose is a little bit more volumizing. Well, that's it. That is my simple look. I just add some lip balm on the lips, and there you have it, the natural, no makeup look. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye guys.